Okay, which class do the scores have a range of 12? Range is the highest number minus the lowest number. So, as you can see, class 1, the highest number is 20, and the lowest number is 8. And 20 minus 8 equals 12. And for class, so that could be one of the answer choices. For class 2, it's 20 minus 7, which is 13, so that's incorrect. And then class 3 is 19 minus 6, which is 13, which is also incorrect. And class 4 is 20 minus 7, which is also incorrect, and it equals 13. So the only answer choice there is class number 1. So, okay, number 2. Chance answered 90% of the 30 questions correctly on a test. How many questions did he answer correctly? So we did 30. There's 30 questions total, and then there's and if you had all 30 correct, you would get 100%, and he had 90%, right, as you can see right there. And 100 divided by 30 was 3.33 continued, so each question is worth 3.33 points. So we did that, and our answer was 27 questions correctly. Number 3. Lacey read that 4/5 of a town had been destroyed by flooding. What decimal is equivalent to 4/5?
5 times 20 equals 100. That means 4 times 20 equals 80, so it would be 0.80% as a decimal.
Number 4. Rhonda has a rectangular-shaped garden with the following characteristics. Find the width of her garden. The length of her garden is 10 feet. The area of the garden is 50 feet. And in a rectangular garden, you would have to do base times height. So it would be the length times the height of the garden, and the height would have to be 5 because 10 times 5 equals 50. The table shows the age distribution of 250 kids attending a summer camp. What percentage represents the students that are older than 10? Okay, so there's so you do 45 plus 60, 65, 45, and 35. That's 10. That's 10. So that's 20. Carry my 2. That's 6, 12, 18, 22, 25. So then you do that, and then it says they're older than 10, not equal to 10. So there'll be 65, 45, and 35. That would be 15, 7, 10, 14. And then, so then there would be 145 kids to 100%. No, my bad. There's 145 is the part, and then the total would be 45. And then this was already 145, so I did plus the other two ages, 60 and 45 was that, and then that's 10, that's 5, 11, 15, that's 2, so it's 250. That's divided by 2.5, and then 58 times, and I did 145 divided by 2.5, and I got find the median of the data in the stem and leaf plot above. The median is the middle number, so what you do this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the middle of 7 is 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 21. That's the answer. Okay. Read what? Yeah, I did. Read each statement about a person's credit score and record if the statement is true or false in the answer box. Making late payments on a credit card raises a person's credit score. False. If you had late payments, your credit would go down. A person's credit score could be a factor in getting a job. Yes, they see if you're they can tell if you're responsible or not, and if you pay your bills and all that type of stuff. A credit score is a major factor in getting a mortgage loan. True. Having a loan that has not been paid lowers a person's credit score. True. Number 8. Olivia is 5 1/4 feet tall. How tall is Olivia in inches? Okay, so 12 there, and 1 foot is equal to 12 inches, and she's 5 feet tall. So 12 times 5 is 60, and then she's 1/4, which would be additional 3 inches, because 12 divided by 4 is 3. So, and then there's 1/4, so then it would be 3 inches, and then you do 60 plus 3, and that would equal 63 inches. Number 9. Find the area of the trapezoid. So you do base 1 plus base 2, which would be 9 plus 4, and 9 plus 4 would equal 13, times the height would be 6, so 13 times 6 is 78, divided by 2, because you have to do times half, which is the same thing as divided by 2, and I got 39. Number 10. Gino scored 17 out of 20 on his quiz. What percent represents his score? So there's 17 to 20, that's part to total. And then out of 100%, so then 20 times 5 equals 100. So 17 times 5 equals 85, and that's 85%. Wilma has a large box and a small box. The small box is 1 foot wide, 2 feet long, and 4 feet tall. And how you do the volume is of a box would be length times width times height. So I did the length was 2, so 2 times 1 would be 2, times the 4 would be 8, so that's the volume of that one. And then the larger box is 2 feet wider, 2 feet longer, and 1 foot taller than the small box. So then I did 2 feet, since it's 2 feet longer, that would make it 4 times 3, which would be 12, times 5, because 4 plus 1 is 5. So that would be 60. So then what is the difference between the volume of the larger box and the volume of the smaller box? So now you have to do 60 minus 8, and your answer is 52. Number 12. Which of the following ways to pay for college do not have to be repaid? So for this one, you just have to know which one's which. So you have to know the definition of each. And work study, they'll pay it off, and you just have to work it off, so then you don't have to pay them back with money. So that's one of the answer choices, that you don't have to pay them back. A grant, you don't have to pay them back on that one. Scholarship is because you are good at sports or you're smart and something like that, so your school gets paid off. Loan, that's when you have to pay them back. You have to pay them in small amount of monies at a time. Money is money given as a gift. Well, since it's a gift, you don't have to really pay them back. So now we're number 13. I can read it. Mitch has completed 35 questions or 70% on his test before lunch. How many total questions are on the test? So there's 35 questions. No, he's done 35 questions out of 70%, and that's equal to 70% out of 100%. So 35 times 2 is 70. So what times 2 is 100? 50. So there's 50 questions on the test. Number 14. Find the balance of the checkbook register on September 9th, 2012. So we just had to, for the credit, that's when we had to add more money in our account, and for the debit, we had to subtract less. I had to take money out of my account. So we started with 712, then we did minus 540, minus 80, plus 120, minus 154.17, plus 525 and 36 cents, minus $61.18, and we got $522.35. Number 15. Vincent puts out a container that contains 3.5 gallons on a sweet tea for his restaurant. Which proportion can be used to find C, the number of cups in Vincent's drink? So there's 16 cups. 16. Oh, okay. So there's 16 cups in 1 gallon, and there's 3.5. There's 3.5 gallons. So 16 cups is equal to 1 gallon. Wait, 16 over 1, and then that equals to the amount of cups in 3. So 16 cups in 1 gallon, and then how many cups are in 3.5 gallons is the answer, which would be A. Number 16. The Trail Mix Snack Company advertises 3 out of 15 pieces is a raisin. A bag of trail mix has 200 total pieces. At this rate, how many raisins should be in the bag?
Okay, so number 16. It will be 3 out of 15. And then there's 200 pieces in a bag of trail mixes, so 200 would be here. And then 15 times something to get to 200 would be 6, 15 times 15 times. Wait, let's try out 15
So you do
times
200 divided by 15.
That would be 105, which if you add that again, that would be 210. And 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. Add that again with 210. That would be 285 plus another 15. That would be, wait. Yeah, wait.